back in a few minutes after this message.
How Mitakuye le Shunkawakang Wichasha Imachapi, Arvol looking horse. And I am from Shannon River Sioux Tribe in South Dakota. You're listening to KAOS 89.3 FM in Olympia. Make no bones about it. Oh.
This is Chaos Radio. Are you there, Uncle?
Yeah.
All right, so I appreciate you taking the time to call in and share with us, and I just want to turn it over to you. You can introduce yourself and share with our relatives. I talked a little bit about the message that you sent out a week ago.
Oh. How much time do we have?
About half an hour.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to say that my relatives, my name is Shunkawakang Wichasha. That means horseman. And today we're faced with a lot of sickness on the face of the earth, and I accept a chanupa, a pipe from one of my relatives from the Yankton Reservation in South Dakota. And in our tradition, you have a choice to accept the chanupa or to not to accept it. And right now, that's what we're taught. And right now, a lot of our people still follow the tradition, like I do. And I think more and more people are starting to come back to the old ways. I am the 19th generation sacred bundle keeper, the keeper of the sacred chanupa, which means the sacred pipe. And when I was very young, my grandmother, I was raised by my grandparents, and my grandmother was Lucy, bad warrior looking horse, and she was a bundle keeper, and she told me a lot of stories, what she witnessed and what she grew up with. And one of the stories, she told me was, they say that our buffalo were killed and put our people on the reservation. And kind of our way of life that we live is not the same no more as it was. So what happened was she told me in the early 1930s, there's a big it's called the Dust Bowl, where the whole the Dakotas here and to the south here were like a desert, a big windstorm that came through and went towards east. And this place, the desert, when that dust bowl came through, then a lot of people died, she said. A lot of people were blind from the sandstorm. A lot of the sand went into people's mouths. And it's not only the people, but the animals. and their eyes. The sand went into their eyes, and it was a very, very challenging, to challenge that time that they were in, and there's many stories here in the early 30s, and some people call it the dirty 30s, where the depression and there's a lot of things that happened in the Dakota territory, and what happened was she talked about that some farmers came together and they gave a cow, maybe two, to have a big ceremony for the people. And the people, when they did it, many people came here because it was a very a sad time. It pulled a lot of people to pray together for the Thunderbrings to come back. Mitakuye Oyate. They prayed. So at the end of the ceremony, the grandfather said that they're going to answer the prayers. And sure enough, as the days to come, it started lightning, thundering, and pretty soon we got rain, and then as they say that the prayers were answered. So what happened was she grew up in that time and witnessed a lot of things that happened to the earth, to the environment. So this woman, Koshi, the grandmother from Yankton Reservation, she offered me that chanupa, and she had a dream about this, that many people were praying together because, she, in her dream, Mother Earth, the earth was dying. In her dream, the earth was sick, and it was affecting the people, and a lot of sickness came when the earth was dying, and a lot of sickness. She said, if we don't do this ceremony, then a lot of our people are going to get sick, and Mother Earth is going to even get even sicker. So we need to do this ceremony. I would accept this chanupa and then do this big ceremony. But you got to know that all people must come together in prayer, because we are the First Nations people here. We know our ceremonies. We're very close to the earth, and we follow the spirit. Our traditions. We pray for the animals, and the animals help us. And the tree nation, we have the Sundance tree. So now time has come right now, and then and this happened right after that meeting they had in the Yankton reservations, where the treaty was made by the First Nations, and they honored that, and they talked about that we're going to stand together because of the Keystone Pipeline. They'll be going through a lot of they have pictures of buffalo effigies that was made thousands, maybe in time of when back in the day when they were just following the buffalo, and they're At the time, there was like many hundreds and probably thousands of different people, follow this this tradition, this way of life where we worship the animal nation. We follow a way of life here, and we did ceremonies. We did animal ceremonies, dance, and as First Nations. And because it's a way of life that we lived, to live in peace and harmony. So there was a lot of talk. There was a lot of sharing that was done just to come to that point to do this big ceremony. So we're asking people to pray with us on May 18th. And on the 17th, we got word that they're going to have they're going to do some prayers outside at the UN complex, someplace around there, where they're going to gather and do some prayers on the 17th. So I talked to one of the chiefs from Canada, and he said, right now my family, so I have a grandchild, a granddaughter that is I love so much, and she has cancer, and we have some elders here, and they have cancer, and just overnight, seemed like a lot of the cancer came in since they start that tar sands in our backyard. That's our territory. So, well, I'm going to do this ceremony, and will you do these ceremonies with us on that day of May 18th? He said, yes, tell the people that our message here as First Nations of Canada. And so that's what this ceremony is all about right now. It's what is happening to Wic'ah'pi, Grandmother Earth. And a lot of times we've been working with, since 1996, about World Peace and Prayer Day, asking people to pray with us on June 21st because of World Peace and Prayer Day, honoring Sacred Sites Day. But today, no, we have no choice today, because in my statement I will say that Mother Earth is the source of life, not a resource, because our lifestyle is based on that. It's health and well-being from our ceremonies. And now the weather is affecting our ceremonies, and there's a lot of sickness that's coming. And the food that people bring is like the elder said, this food is like the corn and all the things, the food that we eat today is man-made. They call it Monsanto. And where's our traditional food? And who's growing that traditional food? And we need to use that corn, that traditional corn. But no, those are the elders' words, no. And I listen to the elders. I listen to the old ones, because we need to start utilizing our ceremonial foods. We need to start talking about what we put into what we pray with as a spirit food, and how we made those food. And as I was talking to the relatives up in Canada, they said, no, all our moose, all our fish, they have cancer. And this is not just overnight thing here. We're talking about years and years down the road. Who's going to clean this up? And so it's going to affect the people down the river here. It probably affect you guys here too, down there too. The river going down to that way.
Yeah, it's already happening.
So and every time we go in ceremony, you know that the earth is kind of like shaking here and there because their oil wells are drilling and putting a lot of pressure into the ground by they call fracking. And we pray on top, and that's all our ways are. Like the Ihanktowan, the purification lodge. We're supposed to only do what the Creator asks us to do. Is half we see on top, and that's the way our life. We have to take care of that. It doesn't belong to us. It belongs to the future generations. So when we go into ceremonies, we pray about that. The other half goes beneath the earth, and that part we'll never know. And but we respect it. We respect it because that's that chanku luta, the red path that we walk. And we understand both sides. And yet today we're tapping into something that things that they took care of a long time ago. In our creation story here, in this Buffalo territory, that we have a creation story of the Black Hills, the Wic'ah'pi, the Black Hills of South Dakota. They tell stories where they talked about the energy of life. They talked about the old ones. The elders said that the Wic'ah'pi, the dinosaur, there was a time when they had these stories where they were eating people, and they were these dinosaurs. The Wic'ah'pi, they had to take care of them, so they had to put them down, because in that way, that things will be good, and that the energy, that dark spirit, they put it into the ground, and said that way things will be good. And then it became oil. So the old ones said, don't ever tell the children, don't ever tell the people, don't ever dig here and there, and because you might uplift that energy, that spirit, and it's going to hurt people. So don't tell people to dig here and there. And all the old ones there's ones that used to say that, they're all gone today. And now we our people are digging, joining with other people to dig oil. So we're living that time right now, and they're bringing up that spirit, the energy, to so whenever you see things that like the lot of people are seeing things that we never seen before today too. And so those are things that, that's why we're almost at that point. And we made that statement too. And even the scientists are saying that too, where we are at the point of no return. How can we come to that place? How can we live our life for our children? And today people are individualized, or they're individualism, they call it. We're not tribalism. Individualism is like what I can do today, how much money I can make today. Forget the days to come. When we talk about tribalism, when we talk about spirit, it's about the future generations. It's about life. In our traditions, we pray about that. I was telling some of the boys today, the young boys, I said, no, this is the way it is here, where our ways is that we follow spirit, and that everything that we use in a ceremony has to be something that is living, and that the plant has to be natural. It has to be prayed with, so we can use it in a ceremony. So the plant will give its life. A live plant will give its life for us to live. Look at that buffalo, that Hatranka. We have a buffalo ceremony. That buffalo gave its life for us to live. And the Sundance tree is a tree that it's a living spirit that gave its life for us to live. In our Sundance songs, it's about life. And the elders said, no, this is how we take care of things. This is how we live. And so, this is the way that we should understand that life is sacred. When a child is born, that this is the mother and the father has to be there. And you can only dig so much to bury the afterbirth. No more, no. You have to respect that, put tobacco down. And then, so no matter where that person goes, they'll come back to that territory. So this is who you are. You stand on top of the earth. You pray to the Great Spirit. But there's stand on the. In fact, the white buffalo calf woman, that's what she told the people. Stand upon the earth with their 2 feet. Open your heart to the Great Spirit. Have faith. Have belief. That things you can't make things happen. Things got to happen its one way. But today, we're living a time when we try to make things happen all the time, because that's where we kind of like shorten our lives. When we have a child born at the hospital, they cut that cord right away, and that child gets sick. But when a child is born, you gotta watch that cord until the baby starts to breathe on its own. That's when you cut it. So already, we're still starting that life. But when you start to cut that cord short, and when you start to bottle feed that baby, you're affecting that mind, and with disrespect. There's no love here. That mother has to love that child. In that way, you're living a way of life to respect Mother Earth. But what is happening today, and that's the statement that we put out right now, that man has gone too far, lost their spirit. We need to get back to our own and follow spirit here. Because the pipe, 19 generations ago, the white buffalo calf one brought that sacred chanupa, that sacred pipe here on this turtle island. And so that was the only way, a way of life that we know. And the First Nations people, they have all their sacred way to pray, their own traditions, their own language, their own DNA. That's the only way that you're going to live. Is through your own tradition, your own medicine, your own ceremonies. And that's the way it should be here in Turtle Island. So we need to get back to that. And the children today, they don't listen, but no. When we're having, when we start having earthquakes, when we start having global disasters, and then that's when they're going to know who they are. That's what the elders said. So I'm just kind of sharing with you all today some of our teachings or our words from the elders that we have to do. So we got to stay strong and have a future for our children.
Well, I appreciate you taking time with us this evening, and we'll be in prayer with you on May 18th. And I know that the ceremonies will be starting early in South Dakota.
Oh,
so
yeah.
For us to align with you, should we start early in the morning?
Yeah, that's gonna be all day up.
All day.
Yeah.
All right. So I know that we will be here doing prayers and connecting with you and all the other relatives across the land. And again, I so appreciate all that you are and who you are, and taking this time, because I know that you're busy and that you're moving around. And
yeah, we're getting phone calls all over, pretty much all over the world right now, and there's gonna be a lot of people praying with us.
Good. So again, I appreciate taking time with us, and we just got a couple more minutes, and if anything else you'd like to just to say in a few minutes, that would be great.
Yeah, right now, as I like to acknowledge all the great leaders that have gone before us, because today it seems like the world is going so fast, and a lot of things that they have shared with us or taught us is now coming into play. And when I was a young boy, I was told that by the old ones that we probably seen in not in our time, but probably in your time, this white buffalo calf would be born. Since 1994, in Janesville, Wisconsin, the first white buffalo calf was born, and he said from that time there's going to be a lot of white animals being born. And a lot of people didn't never believe that. But they told us. That's what they told us, the grandfathers. Oh. And sure enough, every year, white buffalo calf was born, a lot of white animals were born. And you can Google white animals on the internet, and they're all there. And so just last week, I was watching TV and Unsolved Mysteries. They talked about that. And we got to interview them back then. and the white buffalo was born in Janesville, Wisconsin. So we shared that story about the big winds, earth changes, climate changes. That's going to happen soon. And a lot of people said, what are you talking about? And sure enough, today we see that. So I say that much.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing with us.
Oh.
Doksha. And that was Chief Arvol Looking Horse sharing with us for this half an hour of what's going on. Please join us all May 18th early in the morning at, I believe probably sunrise is when they'll start with that ceremony. And, please be in the prayer. And this is Make No Bones About It, Raven Redbone.